of Darrell Stanfield, the 88 of Kevin Casper, ready to bring the field down. Off of turn number 4 they come. The Tomasio Associates 45, Power 5, underway.
Down through 1 and 2, and off the corner they come. Bit of a check up there on that bottom line as Stanfield and Scully race side by side down into 3 and 4, and off the corner they come. It's Stanfield to the lead.
Stanfield sets the pace on that first lap. He's got Rick Martin glued to his rear bumpers. Tom Scully Jr. tries to hang on up on the outside. Brightman fourth. Viness rounds out the top 5. Estelle squeezes down to the inside, looks to the inside of Viness, trying it through right, settles it in back in.
Estelle's going to settle it back as Van Ness looks underneath Brightman for that 4th position. The top 5 all bunched up here. Martin down to the inside of Brightman for 3rd as they race down into 1.
Tom Scully Jr. edging out ahead of the field off of turn number 2, trying to shut the door on the one of Stanfield, and he does down into 3. The 27 of Brightman works that outside lane, looks to the outside of the run, down into 1 and 2.
Off the corner they come. It's Tom Scully pulling away here, 2nd place. Darrell Stanfield battling with Mike Brightman as they're side by side off the corner. Brightman with a nice run off turn number 4, pulling alongside Stanfield down into 1 and 2, looking for the edge off 2. He has it. So they race down the back.
Mike Brightman working the top side, down into 3. Stanfield throws it in hard, gets a little bit crossed up. Here comes Viness down to the inside of Martin, down into 1. He picks up 2 spots down low with Estelle on his tail.
What a run there for Ryan Vaness. Hops up into 3rd. Estelle looks to take 4th away from Stanfield after Stanfield got loose this time by contact, and Stanfield's around in front of Estrella.
Estrella nowhere to go.
Kyle Casper sits in that 7th spot. The Bristol Toyota Pace Truck makes its way down to the infield. And here we go off turn number 4. Green flag in the air.
Off the corner they come, and Scully gets a good jump on the pack and set sail down into turn number 1. But Ryan Viness is able to close right in. Big trouble down into turn number 1.
Behind Scully, off the drop of the green. Down through turn number 3. They're going to roll out of 3. Hit the throttles. Green flag in the air. They're off down into 1. Scully with a good jump. Brightman right alongside him.
Down the backstretch they go, and the battle up front is hot and heavy. Off of turn number 4, Brightman a little bit loose, throws it in hard off the corner and across the stripe, just misses the lead. Scully has it by 16 thousandths of a second. They roll down to 3, top 500 blanket down in the corner.
They are bumper to bumper, side to side as they come off the corner. Scully leads that lap once again, but Brightman holding as tough as he can on that outside, knowing he has Vanessa and Darling right down below him, looking to pounce if the door opens enough. Brightman still side by side off turn number 4, but Scully gets a bit more of an advantage down into 1.
Scully doing the smart thing, keeping the 27 hung up outside, because that means Darling can't make the move on the inside. But look at Viness, throw it in hard. Trouble for the 16, the 48, the 14, the 1, all getting spun up in turn numbers 3 and 4.
Well, field crossed up as they roll down through turn number 3. Getting ready to hit the throttles and get back to racing. Tom Scully Jr., Mike Brightman. Green flag in the air. They race down into the corner, and a much better jump for Scully this time as he runs out of turn number 2, clears Brightman. Another battle is on for 2nd.
Down into 3 and 4, and Darling working that outside lane, comes off of turn number 4, drops back to 5th. Estelle up to 4th as they hit turn 1. Estrella all sorts of crossed up, but gathers it back in as he runs mid-pack. Off of turn number 4, top 3 under a blanket, down across the stripe.
Scully did clear Brightman, but Brightman fought right back with him and now drops back just a bit again. Now Vanessa and Brightman battle for 2nd. Vanessa has that edge down on the bottom here as Estelle moved past Darling into that 4th spot. Estelle gets into the rear bumper of Brightman, gets him a bit loose, chases him up the track. They're side by side out of 2.
Brightman trying to close in down on the inside, but Estelle was already there. They come off of 4, and look at Darling trying to make it 3 wide. Up front, Scully and Vanessa, and a little bit of a breakaway down the backstretch.
About a 4 or 5 car length lead back to that battle for 3rd as Estelle and Brightman are side by side. Mike Brightman has done one heck of a job running that outside groove here and holding on to what is now a top 5 spot. He looks to fall down in front of Nick Johnson, and he does. So Brightman down into 5th on that bottom lane.
Darling throws it in down on the inside as Estelle gets sent up the racetrack. Off of turn number 2, the battle for 3rd. Darling methodically picking his way down low.
Off the corner they come. They hit the stripe. 29 laps to go. Tom Scully Jr. leads the way, but not by much over Ryan Van Ness. And now third. Dave Darling sits 7 car lengths back as they roll through 3 and 4. Van Ness looking to pull away with Scully from Darling as he tries to close that gap.
Darling up into third now, starts to reel in the top 2 little by little. 27 laps remain, this time across the stripe. Scully, Van Ness, Darling, Estelle, and Brightman your top 5.
Darling started to close that gap and open it back up to Estelle in 4th. Brightman still sits 5th, and they're single file throughout the field. Battle now for 8th, though. Estrella thought about looking low under Casper. Casper able to shut that door as they head into 1.
Up, down off of turn number 2, and the field has strung itself out around the 3rd mile. Tom Scully Jr. trying to put the Huggers South Coast Power Equipment Deuce in Everett Auto Parts victory lane here tonight. He's got a strong car as he keeps a 3 car length advantage over the rest of the field.
Out of turn number 4 they come. It's Scully open up about 2 car length lead over Ryan Van Ness. And now Dave Darling all over the rear bumper of Van Ness as they head out of turn number 2 down the back stretch into 3 and 4.
Cross flags out this time across the stripe. 23 laps remaining. Van Ness looks up in the rearview mirror. He sees a whole bunch of orange and yellow and black, and that can only mean one thing. Dave Darling is on the charge. Look at Darling with a crossover move off of turn number 4. This time, Van Ness is able to answer the call.
Darling is knocking on Ryan Van Ness's door right now as they race down the back into 3. All over the rear bumper. Van Ness doing a good job, but he leaves that door open just a little too much, and that opens it for Dave Darling down into 1 and 2. They're side by side out of 2.
You give Dave Darling just enough room, and he's able to make the move. Watch what he does. He goes into the corner a little bit high. He sets it up for the acceleration off the corner, and that car is just money. Into 3 and 4. Starts to chase down the 2 with 19 laps remaining.
Down into 1 and 2 they go. 2 car lengths separate the leader from second place, as is back to third. About 6 back to 4th of Estelle, who's kind of at an island right now, ahead of Brightman, but behind your leaders as they race down into 1 and 2 with 18 to go.
Laps are clicking down, and Darling is closing in at the top of the field. The 47 of Benoit about to go -1 to the leaders as they hit turn number 1.
Down through the corner, it's Scully still with only a 1 car length lead now over Darling as they race down. Sparks flying from that Darling machine as they head out of the corner. He's closed it down. He's right on the rear bumper of Scully as they race through 1 and 2.
Off of turn 2 they come. Scully out front by a half a car length with Darling knocking on the door. They roll off of 4. Scully drifts up. Darling dives down. They race for the lead down into 1 and 2.
Just enough room, like Kevin said earlier. That opens the door for David Darling. Down through the corner they go. Now side by side. Scully putting up a big time fight here off the corner. Drag race across the line. Give it to Darling by a nose as they head out. Crossover move here from Scully. Can't make it work. Darling's hold on to the lead.
Scully tried a crossover move to get back by the 52. Just didn't have enough under the handling on that machine. Couldn't get it done. He settles into the number 2 spot, and Darling is off.
What a battle it was there, and now Scully hoping he can answer as it's now a 1 car length lead opening up to 2 as they roll out of turn number 2. Darling right on the throttle down the back stretch, takes the lead through 3 and 4, coming across the stripe. 11 laps to go.
11 laps ago, and Dave Darling is checking out on this one. The field stretches itself out around the 3rd mile. Scully sits in 2nd, Van Ness's 3rd. Estelle 4th. Right now the battle is for 5th as Nick Johnson trying to find a way by the 27. Takes a look to the outside down into turn number 1.
Some bumping and banging early on, but the Pro Stocks have spread it out here towards the end of this race as they're single file throughout the field. Dave Darling leads the way with Scully in 2nd, Van Ness in 3rd. Freddie Estelle has closed that gap, hoping to make a podium run here as he races down into 3 and 4.
8 laps remaining as they cross the stripe down into turns 1 and 2. It is all David all the time.
Down through 3 and 4, Darling powers off the corner. Crosses the stripe with 7 to go. Scully drifting back in 2nd, closer to Van Ness, who closes that door, as is Estelle. trying to close that gap up to the top 3.
As those laps wind down, we're down to 6. Darling has opened up a 5-car length advantage as that is stabilized. No challenge for position as they ride around the 3rd mile. This time by, it's 5 laps to go.
5 to go as they cross the stripe here. Dave Darling leads the way. They race down into 1 and 2. The top 3 still similarly spaced apart as they have been the last few laps. No progress made from Vanessa on Scully as he is reeling, trying to pull in that 2 and make it a 2nd place run here tonight in that 11, but Scully just a little too fast right now for Vanessa, who's trying to hit those marks out of 4.
Yeah, Tom's got a really good car tonight. He just has been unable to hold off that 52. Battle for 5th again down across the stripe with 3 laps to go. And Johnson all over the 27 of Brightman down the back straightaway. Yelena crosses with 2 to go.
2 laps to go, and that battle for 5th really heating up here. Brightman's going to do whatever he has to do here to hold off Johnson, who's looking to finish in the top 5 here. Off the corner they come. White flag in the air for Dave Darling as he races through 1 and 2.
Final time down the back straightaway for the 6-time champion. Into 3 and 4. Nice comfortable advantage. And back into Everett Auto Parts victory lane is Dave Darling. Scully with a 2nd place finish. 3rd place going to Ryan Vaness, with Freddie Estelle 4th and Mike Brightman rounding out the top.
Yeah, exactly. I just had no really good bite coming off. I had to like really eggshell the gas pedal, and it's tough for 45 laps. And Dave is so fast, you got to be perfect.
A lot of people have been working hard. This car's still not exactly where you want it.
Yeah, true. We can definitely get some more speed out of it. And this guy's making us just work harder at it, and hopefully we'll get it better.
Who's been helping you out? I know you got some people to thank.
Yeah, definitely. Helge's South Coast Power Equipment, my dad, Raps Auto Parts, Nats Racing Engines, Distance Racing Chassis. My crew chief and my spotter's not here tonight, Brian. He does a lot of work for us. Good night, 2nd place.
3rd.
Yeah, we'll take it. You know, we've been battling a lot the last couple weeks, and the guys thrashed to get this car together, and it's reacting, and we're still learning it, and I really appreciate the support of the crew, Mike and Mikey, our families, our kids Ryan and Juliana, Mikey and his daughter here, Mikey's wife Mel and his daughter here tonight, my parents. We got visitors in from Florida, Caleb and Michaela. So thank you guys for coming out and supporting us. Thank you to all the fans that stuck around. I know it was a rough night. I got to thank my sponsors, Ocean State Oil, International CDL, A&A Auto Parts, Synergy Signworks, Nats Racing Engines. And again, the fans, we wouldn't have a place to race without you, so thank you. Thank you to Seekonk Speedway.
2 runs with the new car, 2 podium finishes, not a bad way to break it out.
No, it's not. You know, we'll take it and we'll build on it, and we'll continue to get better.
Darling, welcome back. A good run, took your time, hit your marks, and found yourself back here in victory lane.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give hats off to Jeff and the crew, Ronnie, and all the guys, Gary, Frank, Tom. I mean, this car's just, it's on rails, you know, and I mean, we had some stuff in the front happen. We were able to make through a wreck happen right in front of us, and so that kind of set us up for the rest of the race. And, you know, the competitors you race with, they give you plenty of room, and it's, you know, so it's, you know, you can't ask for any more than that, and I just got to thank everybody for coming out. But it was a long night tonight. I got to thank Tomasi Law Associates for the Power 5, Helger's South Coast Power Equipment for their sponsorship, and the hat that I got, sorry, I knew it was something like that, but I knew they had tractors. So Phil's Propane last week, can't thank them. Everett's, you know, all the sponsors of the track, you know, they help it make it happen, and I see them on cars too, so they're not only sponsoring the track, but they're helping the racers as well, so, you know, that's great.
Congratulations, welcome back, one more win. Looks like number 7 is getting closer and closer.
Yeah, we still got a long way to go, so we just show up every week, try to get top 5s, and, you know, and anytime you get in the top 5, it's like a win. Top 3s, you know, out here is just like a win too. So, you know, come back, car one piece, top 5, that's a win.
Congratulations. Dave Darling back in Everett Auto Parts victory lane. You got somebody else to thank? Did we forget something?
Bristol Toyota Scion, Papa John's. I can go all night, Kevin. You know what I mean? So, no, I just got to thank everybody. My kids aren't here tonight, but I'm sure they'll watch the video later. And Diane and everybody on the crew. And you know, so hey, we got a new Darling Racing Facebook page. Go give it a like or a mad face, whatever, a happy face, love, whatever.